Welcome. In this video, will Zbcn coin be listed on Binance? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. But first, let's see how much it will rise if it is listed on Binance. When we look at the chart in detail, we see that a long-standing and clearly observable horizontal channel pattern has formed. This channel pattern indicates that the market has been in a state of indecision for a certain period of time, and that there has been a significant balance between buyers and sellers. This type of horizontal channel pattern usually represents an accumulation or distribution phase and signals the beginning of a new and strong trend with the direction of the breakout that will follow. At the moment, we see that the price is resting on the upper boundary of this horizontal channel. That is the resistance level. When this level is approached, it is usual to see an increase in volume, buying reactions, or selling pressure in the market, because these levels have been tested many times in the past and have gained an important place in investor psychology as areas where the price has returned. However, this time a stronger buying wave has been observed compared to previous attempts, and the price is persistently trying to break this resistance. This indicates that the market is willing to move upwards and the buy side is becoming dominant. If the price manages to break the upper band of this horizontal channel, that is the resistance line, with volume and strength. This breakout could signal not only a short-term bounce, but also the beginning of a larger uptrend. This is because when such resistance levels are broken, traders who have sold or held off in the past will re-enter the market to take a buy position when they see the breakout. This increases the momentum of the price and makes the rise more sustainable. Also, in such horizontal channel patterns, bullish targets that may occur after the breakout can be technically predicted. Generally, an upward movement up to the height of the channel is expected. For example, if there is a distance of $0.005 between the lower boundary and the upper boundary of this channel, and the price breaks this level to the upside, according to the rules of technical analysis, the target price can move to a new target zone by moving about $0.005 above the resistance point, which is the breakout level. One of the most important things to note at this point is the retest process that will follow the breakout. If the price breaks this resistance to the upside, then retraces back down to this level, and then bounces back up from there, this indicates that the breakout has been confirmed, and the old resistance has now become support. This kind of retest move is often the start of a big move higher, as more traders start to take positions with confidence in the direction of the market. The psychological impact after a channel break is also very important. In particular, traders who have been stuck inside the channel for a long period of time may perceive the breakout as a positive and be willing to open positions. This may lead to the beginning of a new bullish wave in the market. It is a common strategy for traders to pay attention to such levels and take advantage of the momentum after the breakout. Moreover, such horizontal channel structures are often given special attention by large traders and algorithmic systems. This is because order accumulation is quite high at these levels, and sudden price movements can occur at breakouts. Especially volume breakouts are the clearest indication that big players have entered the market. Therefore, a breakout of the upper band of the channel may not only have a technical impact, but may also have an impact on the strategic decisions of fund managers and institutional investors. As a result, the fact that the price is currently at the upper boundary of the horizontal channel shows that we are at a very critical point. If this resistance level is breached and then becomes support with a strong retest, this could lead to higher price levels in the coming period. For this reason, it is extremely important for investors to carefully monitor this area and be prepared for a possible breakout scenario, but we cannot decide the analysis only with the channel. Let's look at other metrics. Keep watching. A close examination of price action in the context of Elliott wave theory reveals strong technical signals that the market is currently moving in the third wave. According to this theory, the strongest and longest-lasting acceleration of a five-wave bullish pattern is usually seen in the third wave, and this wave represents a critical phase in which both opportunities and risks are maximized for investors. This third wave, which the market is currently in, is often characterized by a steeper, more voluminous, and faster rise than the first wave, according to the rules of technical analysis. Investor psychology plays an important role in this wave because after the second correction wave is over, investors regain confidence in the market and upside expectations increase. This boost in confidence leads to increased buying volume and a strong upward trend in the price. Technically, when the target points of the third wave are calculated based on Fibonacci extension levels, it is seen that it should at least reach the 1,618 level, and in most cases it is expected to go as far as 2,272. These Fibonacci ratios reveal the potential targets for the third wave of price action from the low point where the first wave started to the correction level where the second wave ended. In other words, the distance between the first wave and the second wave is measured and multiplied by Fibonacci multipliers to estimate the minimum and maximum target zones for the third wave. The third wave is not only a technical but also a psychologically important zone, because at this stage investors are fully convinced that the market has now entered an uptrend. This confidence attracts new investors to the market and the buying pressure increases exponentially. As the price rises, more investors start to open positions, accelerating the upward momentum. The momentum, especially in the third wave, is often supported by volume, resulting in significant price gains in a short period of time. In this context, there is a widespread expectation that the third wave will not be an ordinary uptrend, but rather a much stronger attack than previous price behavior. Many technical traders and algorithmic systems closely follow the third wave targets and base their trading strategies on this wave. If these levels are technically confirmed, that is, if the price breaks the 1618 level on volume, the bullish move usually becomes sustainable and traders move their profit targets higher. In order to assess whether the Zebec network token can be listed on the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange like Binance, it is first necessary to compare the current data with the status of similar coins. Zbcn's current market capitalization is around $140 million, and the token is not yet listed on Binance. However, there are some tokens that are listed on Binance despite having a lower market capitalization than Zbcn. For example, the RKM token is listed on Binance despite having a market capitalization of around $114 million. Another example is Pixel Coin. This token has a market capitalization of around $99 million and is listed on Binance. These two examples show us this. Binance doesn't only list based on market capitalization, but it also lists tokens with low market capitalization. Therefore, it would be inaccurate to limit Zbcn's listing prospects to market capitalization alone. Binance's criteria for listing a coin or token is quite detailed and multifaceted. Before listing a crypto project, Binance looks not only at market capitalization, but also at the project's technological infrastructure, development team, community size, trading volume, use cases, regulatory compliance, transparency, and innovation. In other words, factors such as a strong team behind the project, the actual use of its products or services, an active community, and high social media interactions directly affect the likelihood of being listed. Binance also prioritizes projects with regular development activities, transparent communication with the community, and a sustainable vision. At this point, what the Zebec network offers in terms of technical and vision is also very important. Zebec stands out for its continuous payment solutions, especially on the Solana network, and this is a sector with potential for DeFi's future. However, for Zbcn to get on Binance, it will need to be technically strong, show community and user growth, achieve sufficient volume on exchanges, have widespread adoption, and inspire confidence in terms of regulatory compliance. According to Binance's previous statements, the more users, interactions, and demand a project has, the more likely the exchange is to list it. Accordingly, it is theoretically possible for Zbcn to be listed on a giant exchange like Binance with a market capitalization of $140 million today. Especially the fact that the $114 million ARKM and $99 million Pixel coins are listed on Binance supports that Zbcn could also be a potential candidate. However, it should be emphasized again that it may be misleading to evaluate this process only by market capitalization. The listing decision is entirely dependent on Binance's internal review process and the long-term vision of the projects. As a result, it is not unlikely that Zbcn will end up on Binance. In terms of market capitalization, it is on par or higher than many tokens currently listed on Binance. However, for this to become a reality, the Zebec team needs to focus on growing its community, expanding its use cases, increasing its social media visibility, and solidifying demand for the token. When all these factors come together, Zbcn's listing on Binance could become not only a possibility, but also a strong expectation. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.